So, as we've talked about before, there's a great deal of redundancy in the coverage of the federal rules of evidence. So, 804, 8044 um, offers that statements of family history, so oral statements, as opposed to things that are written down either and recorded in a Department of Vital Statistics or in a church or in a family Bible or on a ring or on a portrait. Oral statements about birth, family history, adoption, marriage, et cetera, under 804, 804A, and statements from other people under 804, uh, um, 804B, 8044B, about someone else's family history or another person's family history. These things come in. So long as the person who made the statement's not available. A great example is my great grandmother used to say that were related to Thomas Jefferson. And actually, one of my family relatives has made that claim. I actually think it's probably false. But I could absolutely say in court, my great aunt Maxine used to claim we were related to Thomas Jefferson. My great uncle Tommy used to claim we were related to the czars of Russia. That was a far more specious claim than Jefferson, because actually I grew up close to where Jefferson was born. Still very unlikely we were related, but the Russian Tsar thing was just nutty. But those are the kind of things that absolutely can come in under these statements or under these exceptions, that someone else saying you are related to the Tsar of Russia, or I am related to the Tsar of Russia. As crazy as those things are, again, we're not evaluating for the purpose of hearsay exceptions whether these things are plausible or not. There are a few hearsay exceptions that do look into the trustworthiness of the account, whether that is business records, or, as we saw in our last example, statements against interest. If it's a statement against a penal interest in a criminal case, you have to have corroboration. Those are the exceptions. Most of the hearsay rules don't look into questions about how plausible the statement is, merely whether it fits the category. And so my great uncle Tommy saying we're related to the Russian czars, that would be in fact a statement about a person's ancestry under this rule. Now, the Hernandez case that you read for this section offers again a statement about how the piece of hearsay we're trying to introduce could often come in under a number of exceptions. Here, the defendant in a criminal case for illegal entry into the country had made a statement that he was born in Mexico. Obviously, that's relevant to his citizenship. But his defense lawyer argues, look, he can't make that statement because while he was there when he was born, he probably doesn't have a real good memory of the jurisdiction he was in the time when he emerged. And the court says, oh, no. If you look at the exception for this, you don't actually have to have personal knowledge of these things for them to be admissible, because there are things like family history, like your own birth, for instance, that you couldn't have personal knowledge of. This is information that's passed down to you. I was born in Charlottesville, Virginia. I'm told I was born in Charlottesville, Virginia. That's how I know that. I read it on my birth certificate. There's no inherent knowledge that I have. It wasn't like I popped out and looked around and said, ooh, I recognize this, the Martha Jefferson Hospital. So the fact that you do not have personal knowledge, or someone else doesn't have personal knowledge in making a statement about family history, lineage, marriages, et cetera, does not negate the admissibility of those items under Rule 804.